Hi, welcome to Rachel's Kitchen Table. Today is all about breakfast. If you guys follow me on social media, then you know that yesterday I made 2 loaves of challah bread. One to give away and one to keep. And the sole purpose of making this challah bread yesterday was for French toast. And I really wanted to share my recipe with you guys because challah bread is the bread to use when making French toast. But I want to start with my topping for the French toast because that has to simmer for a little while. And you always want to start with the dish that takes the longest for time management purposes in the kitchen, because that is the hardest thing to master, is timing in the kitchen. So I am going to show you how to make my strawberry blueberry sauce that we use for any kind of breakfast bread situation, like pancakes, waffles, and French toast. The first thing that we want to do is we want to add our berries. We're going to use 1.5 cups of frozen blueberries. We're going to go ahead and put them into a medium saucepan. And to that, I'm going to add 1 cup of frozen sliced strawberries. Those in there. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn the burner up to medium-high. We're going to go ahead and get that started. I'm going to add 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. And I just want to take a rubber spatula and give these a good stir to get that mixed in. All right, and the next thing we're going to need is the juice of 1/2 of a lime. So in order to get the maximum juice out of your lemons or limes, just simply roll them around with a little bit of force of the palm of your hand and just loosen up all that juice. And then I'm just going to take my paring knife, cut it directly in half, and then I'm going to add 1/2 cup of water to my pot, 1/4 cup of salt, and the juice of 1/2 a lime. Okay, just put a little bit of acidity in there. All right. So this is going to cook for about 15 minutes. We're going to go ahead and bring it to a boil, and then we're going to simmer it for about 15 minutes, just until about half of the berries burst. And we have a beautiful, thickened, syrupy sauce. All right, now that's all mixed in. We're just going to let that come to a boil. While the berries are doing their magic over there, making me a great sauce, we're going to go ahead and move on to the custard for our French toast. Super simple, you guys. First, we're going to take 1 cup of heavy cream and then 1 cup of 1/2 and 1/2. We're going to go ahead and add that. Add 4 eggs. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and whisk this together. Okay. Go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Packed brown sugar, that is. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, plus more if you'd like. Usually I do like. I'm going to go ahead and add about just a pinch of salt. Always add salt where there's sweet, and always add sweet where there's salt. Just a little bit. All right, about a teaspoon of vanilla. And lastly, just some nutmeg. Just a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take our whisk and just combine everything together. Okay. That smells delicious. All right, now we're going to go ahead and set this aside, and we're going to grab our challah bread and get that cut up and get it submerged. All right, you guys, and now for the challah bread. So I just have like a portion of it here, and I'm going to cut about a 1/2 inch thick slices, because I want them to not be too heavy, but I also want them to be able to absorb some of that custard and still maintain their integrity. So we're gonna just give this a cut, and I think my berries are ready, so we are going to add the next step to that, the next ingredient to that. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead. This one's gonna be a little bit smaller than a 1/2 inch, but that's okay. I didn't want it to be too thick. Okay, these are ready. We're gonna just grab our custard here. I'm gonna move this aside. All right, we're gonna grab our custard here, and I am going to just kind of stir it up again. It kind of, the cinnamon and sugar tends to clump right in the middle, so you guys just stir it up a little bit so that it can go all over the place and get all of that bread. I'm going to submerge the bread in the custard, as many pieces as I can. Okay, and I think I can probably get 4 in this bowl. There we go. And I'm going to let these kind of soak this up for just a minute while I work on the berries. And then we have to remove the pan from the oven. I'm using a cast iron pan today because I want some caramelization on this bread, because that's just going to be delicious. So right now, this is the consistency that we're working with. Soupy. So we're going to fix that by adding cornstarch. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to add that to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And we're just going to stir these really quickly. I just use the spoon that I just use a tablespoon that I got the cornstarch and water with. Okay. Make sure it's mixed really, really well. You want to have a liquid consistency only, no chunks, nothing like that. So dissolve it very well. You want it to basically pour out, okay? And then, all right, now that we've got it at a boil, we're just going to whisk. We're just going to whisk in the cornstarch, and it's going to become thickened instantly. So turn off your burner. Sorry. This sauce is a thicker consistency. Okay, you guys, the blueberry strawberry sauce is done. I really need to come up with a better name for that. That is my recipe, like start to finish, so I do need to come up with a better name for it than strawberry blueberry sauce, but if you guys want to come up with one, we should do a contest, shouldn't we? All right, so I'm going to take my 12-inch cast iron skillet out of the oven, and we are going to go ahead and get about a tablespoon of olive oil dropped in there. Okay, I did a little bit more than a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half. We're going to turn our burner on to medium high because I want that pan to maintain its heat so that as we get the bread in there, it will automatically start to caramelize that crust. All right, so the oil's in, and now let's get the toast finished up in the custard. All right, you guys. So the pan is hot, ready to go. French toast slices are ready to go as well. Okay, so I am going to take my spatula, and you definitely don't want it soggy, so just make sure you get that excess custard off of your bread before you add it to the pan, and do that for the remaining. Just lift it out and get them all drained. And then while these are cooking, we can go ahead and add the other bread to the custard in order to get those soaked up and ready to go. Okay. And remember, don't add too many pieces to your skillet at one time. You don't want them to steam. You want them to sear. Okay. Oops. Okay, with a 12-inch skillet, I can probably get about 4 slices of bread in there. You just have to maneuver them one way or the other. Okay, and recall that we do have this on medium-high, so you just want to be sure that you're kind of keeping an eye on your French toast so that it doesn't burn. Okay, going to move these slices in. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to let these soak up now while these continue to cook, and we're going to keep a super close eye on these so that nothing burns. You guys, these are absolutely gorgeous. Just that color. All right. Now they've been flipped. You guys, look at these. Aren't these gorgeous? The beautiful caramelization on there. Oh, these are beautiful. All right, you guys. The first batch is done. We're just going to set it down. I'll show you the caramelization. Look at this piece right here. You guys, that is just absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. This one, this little guy needs a little bit more time. This one's done. All right. There you have it, you guys. French toast. All right, I'm going to get the rest of these done, and then we're going to plate it up and try it out. All right, you guys, everything is done, and we're ready to plate. So I'm going to just take my fork, and I'm going to go with 2, because I'm a little piggy. They look delicious. And I'm going to add a little bit of butter still, even though Okay, so we've buttered our French toast. And this is the sauce that we made earlier. And we're just going to take a nice spoonful of that sauce and just drizzle it right on top. And I don't like to skimp, guys. I don't know about you. There we go. Beautiful. A little bit more for the top here. And there you have it. Challah French toast with strawberry blueberry sauce. All right, moment of truth. Put powdered sugar on it if you want to. I just want to taste it as is for right now. Oh, look at the inside of that. That really absorbed all of that flavor. Whoa. Whoa, get out of here. Get out of here. You guys. That is the best French toast I've ever had in my life. And I've eaten a lot of French toast because that's one of my faves. This bread holds up to that custard. This bread, I mean, and it absorbed every ounce of that liquid. It absorbed all of it and ate it up, and now I'm eating it up. You guys, I can taste that vanilla. I can taste the cinnamon and the brown sugar and the lime juice in that strawberry blueberry sauce comes through and like cuts the rich. It's so good. This is so good. I came up with this recipe because I didn't want my son to eat high fructose corn syrup, and so I wanted an alternative sweet something to put on top of his pancakes and waffles and what have you. And he loved berries, so I said, all right, let's make a sauce. So we did. And this is a healthier alternative. You're still going to get your sugar content, even though it is natural sugar. And we did add a little bit of sugar, but you're still going to get a sugar content to it. But it's still a healthier option than high fructose corn syrup. So you guys, I encourage you to try this. Your kids are going to love this. My child will take a bowl of this fruit sauce and like eat it just out of the bowl. He says, hold the pancake, I'm good, give me the fruit. So that's what he likes to eat. Me, on the other hand, I like that cinnamon, vanilla, nutmeg flavor of that custardy French toast. Oh, you guys, and that heavy cream made the hugest difference. I used to just use milk, but now heavy cream has given so much elevation to my dishes that like I don't use milk anymore. It's all about the heavy cream, you guys. You guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat this right now, but seriously, make it. It's so good. And it's so easy, just a few ingredients. Thanks so much for joining me. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Subscribe, like my videos, and you guys, if you hit that little alert bell, you guys will be notified anytime I drop a new episode. And if you want, and also you guys can follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook at Rachel's Kitchen Table, as well as Instagram and Twitter. On Instagram, I am at Rachel's_kitchen_table. And on Twitter, it's ours kitchen table. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Until next time, happy eating. Bye.